RPV TV presents Studio RPV, the Peninsula's local news show with co-hosts Maria Sorreo and Liz Brown Swanson.
Hello, and thanks for joining us today on Studio RPV. I'm Maria Sorreo.
And I'm Liz Brown Swanson. Happy springtime, everyone.
There's so much going on, Liz, this month and the month of April, so let's get to it.
Things are
hopping. What do we got going?
Well, we've got lots going, and actually, we're going to get it going with me.
I know.
Coming up soon. I picked a new activity to try for my 62nd birthday.
That's right.
And I'll give you a clue. I was at Trump Golf Course.
Ooh.
But that's all I'm going to tell you.
And we have it all in video, so we can't wait to see that.
Yeah, we've got lots happening, and we also have some very special guests joining us today.
We do, and there's always things going on at the Terranea Resort. You're going to find out all about that as well. So
yes. Lots of activities. Busy in April.
A little artsy going on a little later in the show.
We're going to paint the town in RPV, so stay tuned for that.
Yes, and a new softball coach that you're going to meet a little bit later from PV High School. So lots going on. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're watching Studio RPV.
It's that time of year when we all get together to have a whale of a time. On Saturday, April 13th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., the annual Whale of a Day celebration will take place at the Point Vicente Interpretive Center. Everything from whale watching to arts and crafts for the kids, food trucks, marine-themed booths, live music, and much more fun. And there's always plenty of free parking at the Ken Dida Civic Center with free shuttle bus rides to and from the event. So come early and enjoy the day with your friends and family. For more information, you can always go to whaleofaday.com.
Welcome back to Studio RPV. We have two very special guests joining us right now. Yes. Lili Trujillo Puckett, she's here with Street Racing Kills, an organization you founded 10 years ago. And of course, John Ty, the chair of our city's Traffic Safety Commission. We are here to educate the community right now about traffic safety. Yes. You both are doing life-saving work. So with that, welcome.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much.
Lili, you have a very personal story when it comes to street racing, and you have founded Street Racing Kills. You do great programs. Just tell us a little bit about your story.
Well, I founded Street Racing Kills on December 7, 2013 is actually when my daughter was killed, and she went to Torrance High. She was killed just by getting a ride home, and the teenager that was giving her and her girlfriends a ride home decided to race, challenged us to race, crashed, killing my daughter. By May 2014 was already at South High speaking. And it's been ever since that I have continued my journey in making sure that no parent ever loses a child, and making sure that our children are educated, that we have mentoring for them and for the parents as well. But I've been doing this for 10 years and I'm not planning on stopping anytime soon.
I watched your program and it's so impactful, especially you recreate a hospital scene. Yes. And what it feels like to lose a child and be told at that moment. What has the reaction been like from the teens and from the parents?
Oh, it's been amazing. It's kind of like a reality check. Yes. It's something because that happened to me. I had that hospital scene, right. And when it happened to me, I felt like I was in a movie. Right. I was like, this is just not happening. They told me at the hospital that she was killed. I don't want to believe that. I collapsed to the floor. Her girlfriend's crying, and then I have to go home and get that. More than me how the police officers to go and give a death notification. I got that death notification. So I want these kids to reenact that so they see that this is something that can really happen. And the kids that did it from the drama department were touched like you have no idea. Like it wasn't that even that hard for the girl to cry and for them to do everything. And then besides that one, we do another reenactment and where they have to challenge each other to maybe a race or to speed, making sure everybody has their seatbelt on. So we can give them skills on how to survive and what to do in case they're put in a bad situation.
Yeah. You've taken your story, and we are so sorry, but you're trying to help save lives, like you were saying. And John, you know all about this as someone that's been with the Highway Patrol for years. What is the reality of street racing today, right here in our own community? And it's about educating so that we don't do this.
It's huge. It has a major impact. The loss of life still happens regularly. And I can tell you, as someone who lives close by the switchbacks, it doesn't have to be just an impromptu drag race in a straight line. Anyone that lives near that particular area can hear the cars and the motorcycles speeding up and down the switchbacks, and we've lost young people on the switchbacks. So you're absolutely right. It is impactful, and it doesn't just happen to other people, it happens to everyone. And I'm grateful for Lili that she shares her story, and we're trying to use this as a way to educate our young folks and save some lives.
Absolutely. It's these personal stories that really, I think, impact other people as well. And I know here at RPV TV, we're doing PSAs for traffic and safety, and John has helped us with a couple of them. And you were talking about statistics. Share those with us.
Yeah, statistics show that teenagers are from the ages 16 to 19 are the most that die in crashes. Yes, all over the United States.
I think because kids are invincible. Everybody thinks they're invincible when you're a teenager.
And mostly from speed.
Yeah.
And you were talking, earlier what you do with your program. You want to educate. You go into the schools. It is about education and enforcement. What do we need to be doing more as a community to stop this and help save lives?
Well, it's interesting that you say that, because one of the things I learned after 28 years with the Highway Patrol is that there are 3 E's to traffic safety. And traditionally, we think of enforcement as our first option, but we have insufficient resources. We can't put a black and white on every corner. And then we think about engineering in an attempt to keep our streets safer, lighting, traffic signals, stop signs, and that's the other way. But the last part is the one that oftentimes we seem to forget, and I think that's where we can make the most impact, and that's education. And that's where people like Lili and others that have lived these experiences and can share them and give a real human interest to this, maybe we can help save some lives. So education has been my mantra since I've been on the Traffic Safety Committee, and with people like Lili, hopefully we can go forward.
I know there's a mantra right here, which we were saying is slow down RPV,
Yes,
but really
exactly.
slow down everywhere. When you talk to teens, how that teenage brain, that's what happens. Like I remember talking to you about your daughter.
Yes.
She was a beautiful, wonderful, nice girl, but it can happen to any kid. It's just in that moment you have that mindset that I'm invincible.
Yes.
So how do you work? What can parents do?
How do you get through them?
Well, you have to touch their heart, because obviously their brain's still developing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So when we do our assemblies or workshops, wherever, any school, whatever they allow us to do, we do. Even if you tell us you can only come for lunch, we'll be there for lunch. The more time you give us, the better, right? So we can bring all the resources, the crashed car, which is an awareness car, everything that we can bring, the videos, our speakers. We have one of our speakers actually went to jail since he was 18 to 40. And he shared his experience of what he did wrong, And I have an array of speakers that besides myself, and they're all victim speakers. But we try to touch their heart. We have parent conferences. We talk to the parents. I was a parent. Yeah. I was a single mom at the time, and I thought I was doing everything perfect. Right. I said, okay, I'm not too strict, but I'm not too lenient, right? I'm doing this. I'm checking that she calls me. I had all her friends' phone numbers, because she would say, oh, you're embarrassing, Mom. And I go, okay, well, you better answer when I call you.
Exactly.
Every time I would see a friend, I would be like, give me your number, please. Give me your number, please. So I got everybody's number.
Yeah.
Lili, I could tell you this as a parent of 2 grown children, and many years I spent standing on people's doorsteps, having to give them the worst news of their lives, just like that you went through. And my greatest fear, that in some sort of tragic irony, that someday there'd be a man in uniform standing on my doorstep.
Right.
And thankfully that hasn't happened, but it can happen. It can happen to anyone. Yes. So thank you for sharing your story.
No, thank you. I appreciate it. It's something that, like I said, I know it's 100% preventable, and just by educating. And I always start from the beginning. I'm going to start from scratch. I know there's a lot to do with legislation, re-infrastructure of our streets, right? Education. There's so much to do, but I said, if I can start from scratch, we can mentor our future drivers before and then prevent all these crashes.
Yes.
The more we do, the better. It's been hard, but at the same time, we don't let anyone stop us to go into a community event, even just to have a resource booth,
Yeah, and you actually met through our mayor, John Cruikshank, is that right?
That is correct. As a matter of fact, our mayor actually heard about her story, and I wish I had heard about it sooner, because I do know that when I was working, I was a guest speaker on behalf of our department in many instances, but it doesn't always have the same impact as it does from someone with a personal experience. And I know for a fact that our department would have welcomed someone like you, and I know they do now, as a matter of fact. So this is a great thing for us.
Thank you.
And you are working with all the school districts. 10 years since you founded your organization, starting from the ground up. What are some of the challenges or things you might want to share for people to check out what you do? I know they can go online and help you become more successful.
Yeah, just help us. Like if you're a parent, tell your school, I want them to come and talk to my kids. Let's do something. If you're in the PTA, anything that you can do, help us get into the schools, do a community event, like a traffic safety community event, and we can be there and we can present. So everybody can have all these resources. We can do a parent conference right there, which we do separate from the teenagers, you know what I mean? So I think that the public can do so much by helping us, come into your city.
I also know that we talked about the fact that just distractions in general really hit kids, adults these days, whether it's distracted walking, you're on your phone, you're driving, all these things really matter and make a difference.
Technology can be a great boon to us because now we can have instant communication with our kids or our loved ones,
Right.
but at the same time, it's a distraction, and so that is our problem. When we get into our modern vehicles with our touch screens and our phones and our auditory things over there, it does cause distractions. And even in law enforcement, we were just subject to it because we had radios, we had scanners, we
Right.
had cameras, the same thing. And we're all humans and we are all subject to the same fallibility. And bad things happen when we're not paying attention.
Very true.
Correct.
I'm curious, we talked about where the street racing is a reality in our community. Are there particular areas that you could mention right now? Like you mentioned the switchbacks that we need to be thinking about.
Well, that's interesting that you bring that up because that is a truism. The switchbacks have always, in a sense though, it's more of a timed thing because they've got the curves and people want to challenge their skills, but it's dangerous there. But that is an important thing, and as a matter of fact, Ramsey Awad, our Director of Public Works, and I are meeting with the HOA of Mediterranean over by Ganado next week, and we're going to discuss this. But again, we traditionally think about enforcement, and again, we have limited resources, so education, this part of it can help us. But human nature being what it is, though, oftentimes it's impromptu. There are planned drag races and street races in areas throughout the South Bay. In our community, though, I think it's probably more likely impromptu. Kids get together and all of a sudden at a moment's notice, it's fun, it's on, and let's go.
Say like they move around sometimes too, so they're not in the same places all the time.
Well, I remember back in the day before cell phones were very common, they were actually very tech savvy, and we used to follow them around, and they actually had walkie-talkies.
Wow.
So there actually is an underground movement.
Yeah.
But I think I don't know what impact that we would have on an underground movement, but on these impromptu things with our kids, the ones that in a moment's notice you can make a bad decision, that is where I think we might have the most impact. I
Very
hope.
good. Well, thank you both so much for being here
Thank
today,
you.
sharing your story, Lili,
Thank you so
and
much.
all your great information. We really appreciate it.
We thank you for helping put the message out.
Thank you for having
And
us.
do you have a
Thank so much.
website want to share
Yes.
before we wrap
Yes,
up?
streetracingkills.org.
All right, and there's more Studio RPV coming up next.
It's that time of year when we all get together to have a whale of a time. On Saturday, April 13th, from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m., the annual Whale of a Day celebration will take place at the Point Vicente Interpretive Center. Everything from whale watching to arts and crafts for the kids, food trucks, marine-themed booths, live music, and much more fun. And there's always plenty of free parking at the Ken Dida Civic Center with free shuttle bus rides to and from the event. So come early and enjoy the day with your friends and family. For more information, you can always go to whaleofaday.com.
Well, Liz, it's warming up outside, which means more people are outside, including you, who went to Trump National Golf Club and learned how to play golf for the first time ever.
I finally did it. I had my
So excited.
62nd birthday. I said when I was 60, I wanted to try something new, and I'd never golfed. My kids golf, my husband golfs. And I thought, I used to say this in my 20s, I'll wait till I'm 60. Well, I'm past that. And so, yes, actually you helped coordinate this for me with the golf pro that's there. And they were willing to take me on to see me swing for the first time. So let's get swinging. So great to be sitting here with you, Jordan.
lovely to have you.
We're just sort of getting it going. The fun's going to begin because you're going to give me my very first ever golf lesson. But let's just talk a little bit about you. Share about your background in golf, your passion, and how you ended up here at Trump.
Sure. It's a bit of a long story, but my Grandpa King, my mother's father, was a member of Medina, and his father was a founding member of Medina Country Club in Chicago, Illinois. And when I was 8 years old, he asked me if I wanted to go to the driving range, and I said no. He said, well, I'll let you drive the golf cart down. I said yes. And you know, it started from there. It's great.
You've been at Trump 6 years, running the Golf Academy. You've been voted one of the best instructors in the world. Congratulations.
Thank you.
What is your philosophy then? What is your teaching philosophy, for especially when you're dealing with golfers of all ages and someone like me who's never golfed ever?
Sure. I mean, we really want to look at the individual, right? So golf swings, Arnold Palmer would say, golf swings like a fingerprint, right? No people swing exactly the same. So what we really like to do is we like to understand the individual that's in front of us, and then we carve out a personalized practice program from there. And just making sure that we're not teaching them something that they can't physically do, or that their athletic ability isn't tuned up enough to do at the moment. So the real philosophy, especially with beginners, is focusing on teaching from the green back and the ground up.
Give me a run through, like a play-by-play of what we're going to do today.
Sure. We're going to really kind of just basically focus on the fundamental foundation, right? Because if we don't have a foundation of fundamentals, swinging the club is out of the question, right? So we want to focus on your grip, posture, and stance. I call it our GPS. If we want to know where we're going, we plug it into our GPS. So we have our grip, our posture, and our stance, and that pertains to where the golf ball is in our stance. It pertains on how wide our feet are, our posture. You know, we don't want to stand straight up and down, and we don't want to be really bent over. So here we go. We're going to learn how to hold the club at first. Okay? Because the only two connection points in the golf swing are your feet to the ground and your hands to the club. So if we don't have our grip correct, right, we can't control our tool. Okay? So the easiest way to do this, right, let's take the club in our right hand, just like I have. This is the grip of the club. This is the shaft. Okay. So try and hold it just like I am. Good, good. Now, open up your left hand really wide. Like, you see where the fingers meet the palm? That's where the spine, the back of the grip, is going to lay. So you just want to do it just like that. Good. Perfect.
Low to the bottom?
Yep. And then wrap your hand around. Now watch this. Check this out. Yep. And then, as we tell the kiddos, right, you want to put the hot dog in the bun. So you want this hand coming all the way down. Perfect. There you go. This unifies the hands. Hot dog in the bun.
My name is Lili Amini. I'm the general manager here at Trump National Golf Club, and we are so excited to welcome new golfer Liz Brown Swanson to our beautiful driving range to be taking a lesson today with Jordan King Thomas. He's one of the best young teachers, according to Golf Digest, which is a great, great accolade. The Rick Smith Golf Academy has been here for years now. Jordan has been an excellent instructor. He's really kind of ramped up this golf academy to make it his own, and it really goes to show you, how much effort's been put into this golf academy. We are offering adult classes, young for young students as well, all across the board. You can be a beginner or an advanced golfer, and we're here to teach you, or maybe fine tune your game.
Let's set up in our address position to that golf ball.
Okay. So
Okay. Good. Okay, you want the golf ball in the middle of your stance. Yep. Okay, now just do the same thing.
Okay.
Good. Not bad.
Good job.
There's contact. Good. That's good. God made dirt, and dirt don't hurt. Nice.
Wow.
Look at that.
Well, it's not supposed to go in that direction.
Hey, the way we learn golf, contact first, right? That was great contact.
Okay.
Control second, right? And power third. This game is hard. It's going to kick you in the teeth more than it's going to pick you up. That's a stone cold fact. I've been playing for 32 years now, so it definitely is kind of one of those things that you get out what you put into it, and having an open mindset, I think, is the best thing, and understanding that even if we were amazing at something else in our life, we're learning a new skill. And I've actually had 4 of the best instructors in the world tell me to teach myself something I know nothing about, so that I understand what my students are going through. Subsequently, I now know how to play the ukulele.
Oh, I love it. We should have brought that out here too.
Right. Beautiful.
Liz, you did pretty well. You hit the ball. That's half the battle.
I know. I feel like I found a new passion in sport. I absolutely loved it. And I said to my husband, let's go out and start hitting some balls. And I have to say, you know, working with Jordan King Thomas really was amazing.
Yes.
That he's really talented. He does offer for golfers out there what they do is a swing analysis for free.
Yep.
That's what he was doing with me, sort of, you know, collecting data on how I did. And he said I showed some promise. And you know, so I'm looking forward to it. And you know, he said practice makes perfect. You can find out all about how to reach him on his website, which I had put in the story.
Yes, we'll put it in.
Which is kingthomasgolf.com. Highly recommend, and great way to get out and enjoy the springtime.
And I think you'll be better than Don soon. He'll love that.
I'll keep you posted on my
Yes,
progress.
please do. Keep us posted.
Really fun.
They also work with people that want to improve their golf game as well. So really, it's a full service. Go to Trump National. It's fantastic.
It's exciting.
Yeah, it really is. And another place that people are spending a lot of time this spring is the Terranea Resort. So let's check it out and see what's going on.
Hi, I'm Max O'Regan, Food and Beverage Manager here at Terranea Resort. I'm here at the spa pool to showcase one of our lovely events during the month of April, Sips and Sunsets. We have a wonderful vibe down here with live entertainment ranging from a violinist all the way to just nice, relaxing, calm music. It's a perfect time to enjoy the golden hour with the beautiful sunset and gorgeous views of the Pacific Ocean. We have fine wines and seasonal charcuterie, which is chef curated on a big opulent table full of everything you could imagine. On April 12th, we're really excited to host Flowers Sonoma Coast Winery for a flight with their wines, Pinot Noir, Chardonnay, and Rosé. We'll also be joined with their winemaker. It truly is a magnificent event. I hope to see you soon here at Sips and Sunsets every Friday and Saturday from 5 to 8 p.m. We have so many more wonderful events happening throughout the month of April, and I'd love to turn it over to our Resort Activities Manager.
Thank you, Max. Hi, I'm Henry Cox, the Resort Activities Manager at Terranea Resort. There's so much happening this spring and summer. We want you to join us through our exclusive offers extended to the local community and our Terra neighbors. 25% off our best available rates, parking, and resort fee. Perfect for an oceanfront getaway. For more details and information, check out terranea.com/offers. April is jam-packed with activities and fine dining experiences. Join us April 12th at 6 p.m. at Bashi for a sake dinner, a delicious menu paired with sake varietals. Also at Marcel on April 23rd at 5:30 p.m., we have Vintner's Dinner featuring Chateau Montelena. This is a delicious menu inspired and paired with fine wine varietals. And now for our outdoor activity offerings. Augusta comes to Terranea. Join us for Masters of the Links, friendly competition on our beautiful par 3 course on April 13th. For those of you looking to be more active, let's take a hike. Join us on Earth Day, April 22nd at 10 a.m. outside Point Discovery, where we'll explore the trails that surround Terranea, learn about the history of the area, and visit the Point Vicente Lighthouse. It's an incredible opportunity for all ages, and we look forward to seeing you there. Don't forget, every weekend, Slow Smoke Sundays at Nelson's and our taqueria next to our family fun activities every Friday and Saturday at Cielo Lawn. Open to the community. For more information, visit terranea.com. Now back to you, Liz and Maria.
You know, it's always hopping at Terranea, of course,
It is.
especially at springtime. I'm looking forward to the Earth Day hike on April 22nd. I'm going to definitely join them for that. And of course, you can never go wrong going there to watch a sunset.
That's very true. And Liz, it's so nice outside, and it is actually baseball season.
Maria's favorite time of year.
Well, next to football season, yes, it is. But I had a chance to go over to PV High School and meet the new head softball coach, Ashley Hughes, and she's actually been there for several years as an assistant, but Pat Fresh stepped down, he retired, and this team is doing so well this year. So
she has big shoes to fill, but
but she's doing great.
We know she's going to be a winner.
Yes, she is. Let's take a look.
You are not new to the school, coach, but you are the new head coach here for softball. What has this experience been like for you this year?
I think it's been awesome. It's been a pretty slow transition coming into being in the head coaching position. This is my 5th year on staff, so my first year as head coach, and I think it's been an easy transition. I think the girls have really transitioned really well with it, and we're ready to play, so it's good.
What made you want to coach softball? Did you play softball?
I did. I played college softball, and in college I started coaching a little bit. And I just loved it. And then I got my teaching credential, and it just kind of goes hand in hand, and I love it.
What do you think you learned most from the coach previous to you, Pat Fresh?
He showed me how to manage a team. Coaching, I always say coaching is the easy part. It's the management outside of the actual field stuff that's hard. And he really taught me how to do all of the management stuff outside of the coaching aspect.
What is the biggest challenge when it comes to managing a group of girls?
Teenage girls. Honestly, I think the hardest part is time management and making sure that they have time to do their studies and that they are getting enough sleep and doing all the softball things. So I think time management is the hardest part, making sure they have time for everything. It's really amazing. It's a lot of work, but at the end of the day, it's totally worth it.
So exciting to see this season. Go see Kings and
Yeah, they're doing great.
Meet the team.
Yeah, they're going to meet the team on the next episode of Plainfield Local Edition, and you will even find out who their favorite baseball team is here in LA. So watch out for that.
I'm gonna
always
say
fun.
Dodgers. Stay tuned.
Dodgers, Angels, a little bit of each for sure. That's right. And Liz, I know that the city of RPV is making itself even more beautiful with some art. Tell us about that.
Yes. Well, one of our Rec and Park staff members, Dana Torrey, he is unbelievable. He's getting the community to paint the town again in the city.
I love that.
They've already done one mural with the butterfly mural.
Yes.
Up at Ryan Park, and now they're working on another gorgeous mural. And so let's join Dana and the city staff who all came together to get those brushes going.
Hi, my name's Dana Torrey. I work for the City of Rancho Palos Verdes. I'm a recreation specialist. We've been able to accomplish one mural so far for the city, and now we're working on our second mural, which will be featured at Hess Park, hopefully in a couple of months. We've had kids from the age range of maybe 3rd or 4th grade through high school working on it so far. Today we have everybody from City Hall coming down to work on the painting, and we're now at the stage of the finish where every brushstroke counts, so they need to relax and have fun.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Valencia. I'm in the finance department. I'm here with Dana at Ryan Park. We're having a beautification project going. It's so much fun. look at all of our staff here painting. This is going to be hung at Hess Park. And it's so beautiful. This is Dana's so meticulous with his project. He has the whole community involved. Everybody from 8th graders to high schoolers setting this up. The staff are here now. We are filling in some of the flowers. I'm working on deerweed. This is the top section here. What's neat about this technique is Dana is having us paint the opposite color, which only helps the color pop out more as we enhance the depth of the painting. This is deerweed, so we're filling in with yellow strokes. Each one of the tables is working on a different native plant, I believe, for the painting.
The painting they're working on are the wildflowers of Rancho Palos Verdes and the native birds of Rancho Palos Verdes. We've got things like purple sage, the California poppy, we've got the Mariposa lily, lupins, there's a whole variety, plus we're going to get the gnatcatcher in there and the burrowing owl. So here we are in the activity room right next to the patio, and on the patio we have a pretty big mural that's with the native blue butterfly of Rancho Palos Verdes. The blue butterfly is no bigger than your thumbnail, but we did the painting with the butterfly, which is probably about 5 feet high. So you can get a good look at what the butterfly looks like.
Hi, I'm Matt Waters with the Recreation and Parks Department. I'm here today at Ryan Park working on a mural. And right now I'm working on a deerweed section, deerweed flowers, kind of yellowish, and I'm painting over with sort of a purple background for contrast. We've got about 10 or 12 people here, all from different departments, working hard, working as a team to make this project come together. It'll eventually be installed at Hess Park. It's going to be a wonderful thing for the community.
Hi, I'm Desiree Molina. I am volunteering on behalf of Building and Safety and Community Development, and I'm here working on the Lupins. We're working on a mural, adding extra strokes, putting on that second layer. I had no idea what I was doing, but now I see the big picture. It's beautiful. This is going to turn out great. We're all working well together, and it's a lot of fun.
Liz, you were golfing, you were painting. You've been a busy girl this month.
I know, too much fun. This is amazing working here for the city. And I actually got to improve my golf game and my painting.
Yes,
I was working
absolutely.
on, by the way, those local flowers. I was doing the deerweed.
That's so nice.
And the mural will be up in a few months, so
I can't
we'll
wait to see it.
We'll
finished.
showcase that, of course.
That will be great. All right, thank you so much for watching today. I am Maria Sorreo.
And I'm Liz Brown Swanson.
We'll see you next time.